Okay, so here we are. We have just cleaned these two surfaces. So the cylinder head is clean and the block side is clean. We have put on a brand new pair of gloves, and we are still very careful to not touch the head gasket. This is an MLS head gasket. You can see that it is just riveted together in a couple spots. And this is what makes them so much less prone to breaking or blowing out. So we're going to go ahead very carefully. I'm going to put this on there, and then I am going to peel. Oh, now it's going to do it. So we're going to stick it on pause, and we're very carefully going to peel the rest of this plastic back off there. And then I've got a new set of gloves on. We will very carefully set this onto the cylinder head, and then we will set the block, or set it onto the block, and then set the cylinder head down on top of it. All right, we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so here we are again, and actually it took a little bit longer because I saw a couple of pieces of dirt that had floated in, and that is not how we're going to start this motor off. So very carefully went through with compressed air. Didn't use any solvents because I didn't want to damage the top layer that's on this. So then took it back over, blew off the underside, checked that out, made sure that everything was clean again. And now we are ready. We have two perfectly clean surfaces. We just finished blowing this off again, and we are going to lift the cylinder head up and set it on the motor. All right, so we'll come back, and this project will have the cylinder head at least resting on it. One quick thing that I forgot to mention, these head gaskets, MLS head gaskets, all the Cummins ones that I know of, one way, so you've got your two push rod holes, and then you've got your stud that goes through with the oiler. So that's the way it's going to be on every time. And this one has a dowel up front, and it has a larger cutout. Yep, so that hole is larger than the normal stud hole. Well, bolt hole is really, it's not a stud till we shove a stud in there. This one also is a alignment dowel, and it is also marked out for it. So you cannot get this on backwards unless you do something really crazy. Okay, so now on to the races. Oh, and I will say one more thing. So we've taken a little bit of copper coat. We used this on the black hole. We used it on Project Snowball, and we've had good luck with all of those. That was on like the third head gasket on the black hole. Can't really hurt as long as you go by the directions, which is not super thick. So we sprayed a light coat on the bottom of that because the top surface is pristine, so not too much worried about the top one. So we've got a little coat of copper coat on the bottom there. You can see just a little bit of copper coloring in there. Anyway, we will go ahead and lower that guy on and move to the next step. We'll pick it up once the cylinder head is on the block. Okay, here's just another shot. Instead of moving the big hoist around, we just took the engine stand and I rolled it right up underneath there. We get it basically lined up, and then we will very slowly let it down there and align it on those alignment dowels. Okay, so there we have it. The cylinder head is now on top of our 03 block. This is 05 cylinder head because remember, this guy dropped a valve. If you check out the before videos, you can hear it running, and it sounded like a very unhappy motor. So here we've got the cylinder head on. We're going to go ahead and take the hoist off. Another tip that we've used on several of these, you can kind of sight down the holes as it's slowly dropping down there. It really helps if you have two guys, but you can kind of sight right down one of the bolt holes. And you can use that to really line it up without any kind of drama. We didn't have to slide it around. I didn't shift it. We went right down on top of the alignment dowel, and then I just gave it one little nudge and it seated right on there. So we're going to go ahead, take this guy off, and the next thing that you'll probably pick up with here is installation of the head studs. We will see you on the next go round.